Hi guys, my name's Jay, and today I'm going to be doing a video about basic tools for Wicca. So yeah, and this picture right here is funny, in my opinion. If my pictures that are right here are up too, that go away too early, just pause the video, read it, continue on. So yeah, here we go. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Book of Shadows. I'm not going to go too much into what a Book of Shadows is. I already have a video up on it. So yeah, so this is mine. I took a glitter, gel pen and did all of this in silver. So yeah, it turned out okay-ish, I guess. So a Book of Shadows is basically your reference guide, your notebook, whatever, of all of your spells, rituals, experiences, trials, errors. It can be on the computer, it can be in a notebook like mine is, it doesn't really matter. So, yeah. So the next one is an acclimate. And I would show you all of my tools, but my altar is no longer an altar, so yeah. So the acclimate is a knife with a black handle that is used to cast a circle. This should never be used for cutting or to cause physical harm. This knife just represents masculine energy and an element of fire. Now, with the acclimate, what I use is a black throwing knife. I know that's really weird, but that's just what I used. If you can't afford like one of those nice fancy acclimates, what you can do, since you're not using it to cut, you can take a butter knife and spray paint the entire thing black or just the handle black, and there's your acclimate. The next thing is a chalice. So a chalice is simply a mug, a cup, to hold water, wine, anything, which is for after a ritual. And obviously the chalice on your altar represents water. If you can't get one of like the really nice chalices, you can just use a mug, use a glass. It doesn't really matter. So a wand, now this is actually, somebody messaged me about a wand today, which is what inspired me to actually do this video. So a wand that you use can come in really any material that you feel connected to, wood, bone, metal. A witch's wand is actually very personal. So, yeah, a lot of Wiccans prefer to fashion themselves to make, a lot of Wiccans and pagans prefer to make their own wand, so it suits their their taste, and represents their personality or character. Another option is to buy a magical wand. The wand is specifically used to direct energies during a ritual, and represents air. My wand personally is made out of metal, and my wand personally I ordered offline. Mine isn't wood, it's metal. I have two wands. I have my wood one and then I have my metal one. I'm thinking about doing like a Wicca on a budget, to where I do all of these things on a budget, obviously, so yeah. So the next one is the pentacle. Now, this, if you're just starting out in Wicca, you see all over. It's a very powerful protective symbol in Wicca. On an altar, most of the time, it's the center piece of an altar. It's either a pendant or just a forgot the word. But it represents air. It represents earth. Well, it represents the four elements and spirit. So, yeah. You can use it to cleanse yourself, your surroundings, and all other items on your altar. You can also use like a pentacle necklace on your altar. So, yeah. So, the cauldron. So, like the chalice, the cauldron does represent water. A cauldron, well, so I've heard people say it represents water to them, or it represents fire. Me personally, the cauldron represents fire. I don't have a cauldron right now, so yeah. A cauldron can hold many things like water, herbs, incense, candles. It can be very useful in rituals involving burning and creating small fires. Like if you're setting a piece of paper on fire, you can just throw it into the cauldron, and you don't have to worry about a fire. The preferred material for like the pot-belled cauldrons is cast iron. This material, it's mainly due to the fact that cast cauldrons can take the heat and don't crack under high pressures, well, high temperatures. So, yeah. So bells, I don't like bells. I don't use bells in my practice personally. I really actually don't like them, just because I don't like the loud noise that they make. Bells normally are used to mark passages in a ritual. Some spells do require you to like ring a bell once or twice. But a lot of the times you ring a bell at the beginning and end of your ritual. It's, calling the energies of the elements and the god and the goddess to you normally. Like I said, I don't use bells. I don't like bells. I don't want a bell. I have a bell. I don't use it. So, yeah. Candles are, so candles just in general represent fire. Obviously, a pair of candles also can symbolize the god and goddess, the elements, or basically anything. When you want random candles, just go for random candles. Bowls. Okay, so now we're going to talk about like just regular old bowls. So having a bowl on your altar does represent earth. A bowl can hold water, sea salt, oils. It's important to have a bowl that can hold sea salt, since a small bowl of sea salt on your altar can cleanse other tools for your magic practice. So incense represent the element of air. They're used to clean energy, to clear energy, cleanse, call in energies, kind of set the mood, kind of. Personally, I do have a lot of incense. I like, we're not going to talk about, like, my favorite things. I'll do that in a different video. So, yeah. So now we're going to talk about crystals. So each crystal holds a different energy. Like, amethyst is one, cat's eye is another. So crystals hold different energies. Crystals can enhance the power of your spells. They can keep a variety of crystals on your altar that can help you with various rituals. The broom. So the broom. I don't have a broom in my practice, just because I haven't had the need for a broom in my practice yet. So a broom is a very symbolic of like sweeping energy, keeping negative and unwanted energies out of your space. There is also more tools in witchcraft that you can use to enhance your spiritual journey and your magical workings. What I just mentioned are just the essentials, and you can add items as you progress in your journey. So, yeah. Before you begin using each tool, though, just remember that it is important to cleanse and clear the object, just to make sure that you treat each object with importance, respect. Remember that so, yeah, that's about it.